Hi, this is Nathaniel from the BYU Software Training Lab. In this video, I will be going over the InDesign document setup options, along with some basics regarding navigating InDesign's interface. When you first open up InDesign, you will see the welcome page, or the home page. There are some quick shortcuts that will show up, including projects that you've been working on recently in InDesign, if you had any. The middle of the page will also have presets for creating a new document quickly. It says start a new file fast. If you've created your own custom presets recently, they'll show up here too. Most of the time though, we'll go up to our top left corner where it says New File or Open. New File creates a new InDesign project, while Open will open up a previously created project. We'll go ahead and select New File, the blue button. A window will appear with your recent page dimensions that you may have created, along with options to adjust your document size and details on the right-hand side. You can name your document here. I will go ahead and name this one New Document. The next set of options allows you to adjust the width and height of your document, along with the primary unit of measurement for the project. By default, it's set to picas, but you can change it to inches or millimeters or centimeters or another option if you feel more comfortable with that. Picas are a common unit of measurement in the print publishing industry. There are 6 picas in an inch and 12 points in a pica. They are displayed with picas first, then points afterwards. So where it says 51 PO right here, that means 51 picas and 0 points. Continuing on, we have more options for setting up our document. We can adjust the number of pages that we want to include. However, we can always add more or take away some later. You can also check this box right here that says Facing Pages. This will ensure that every 2 pages are facing each other in what's called a 2-page spread. If you don't want an extra page at the beginning, you can select this box and have your starting page be page 2 rather than page 1. Next up, we have column options. You can choose how many columns to include and the size of your column gutter, which is the space in between your columns. Scrolling down, we can adjust our margin sizes. Right now, if we change one setting, they will all change. That is because they are linked together. If we want to unlink the different values so that one specific margin size can be changed while leaving the rest the same, we just click the little box next to our margin options that looks like 2 chain links. Now they are unlinked, I could adjust an individual margin size. Bleed and slug options are next. If you are planning on printing any full page images or have any images that extend to the edge of your page, you'll want to set a bleed. Most print shops will want your images to extend to a certain bleed length. They'll print your pages on larger pages, including the bleed, then cut the pages down to size. This ensures that your page won't end up having small bits of blank space in between the images and the edges of the page. So that can be adjusted here. Your slug is an area where information or instructions can be left that won't be printed. Sometimes a publisher or a print shop will want you to include information in the slug area. I will go ahead and add a small bleed here. Once we've got all of our preset details decided on, we can hit the blue Create button to create our new InDesign project. InDesign's interface can be a little confusing or overwhelming at first. We're going to go over the basics so it will be easier for you to navigate as you create in InDesign. Now the first thing you'll want to make sure is that you are working in the Essentials workspace. In Adobe software, you can change your workspace, which is basically what your interface looks like. To do so, go to the very top right-hand side and click this drop-down menu, then select Essentials. For all of these tutorial videos, I will be working in Essentials. It's simple and straightforward, plus it has an adaptive properties panel, which I will explain about in just a second. Moving on, in the middle of the screen, you can see your first page. The purple square indicates our margins, which we had set to 1/2 inch, and the red outline outside of the page is our bleed area. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have our toolbar. This includes different tools that we can use to create things on our document. I will go over most of these tools in later tutorial videos, but I'll explain a few simple navigation tools right now. Your default tool is the Selection tool. It's found at the very top, and the shortcut is V. If you have something selected, you can also hit Escape to go back to your selection tool. This is your basic tool for selecting objects or things on your page. Now, if you're trying to move around your project, the Zoom tool and the Hand tool are going to be very helpful. The Zoom tool, which is found right here, also has the shortcut Z, will let you zoom in and out. You can also hold Option on Macs or Alt on PCs and scroll in order to zoom in and zoom out of your document. The Hand tool, shortcut H, will let you pan around your document by clicking and dragging. You can also hold down the space bar and click and drag in order to pan around your document too. Now that we know how to navigate around our document, we're going to go over a couple more interface details. On the right-hand side, we have a few different tabs right up here. These are called windows. The first window is the Properties panel. The options in the Properties panel will change depending on what you have selected. Since we have nothing selected, it is displaying options to adjust our document presets. If we were to select text, we could change the font, size, and other options. If we were to select a shape, we could change the stroke and fill colors in the Properties panel, among other things. I will go over some of these in later videos too. Next to the Properties panel, we have a window named Pages. This is where you can see all of the pages in your document. I'll be going over the details of the Pages window in a later video too. If you want to display any additional windows, you can go to the top of the screen and click on the Window tab, and then select which window you want to display. I will go ahead and select the Text Wrap window. It shows as a pop-up, and I can drag it around my screen and place it wherever I want. If I want to make sure that it's always readily available, I can drag it right here and release. And then this button will allow it to go in and out. That wraps up our video today. Thanks so much for watching.